The Universal Hip Hop Museum is a global cultural institution that's going to protect and preserve the legacy of hip hop from around the world. It's also going to be an academy and an institution that offers the sustainability. We're going to have programs and social programs for the future of hip hop to make sure that we stay united and to make sure that hip hop lasts forever. Everybody knows the building because of that massive sign, the History Channel billboard. This used to be an old ice factory back in the 1920s. That was owned by the first principal owner of the New York Yankees. This building is 3 conjoined buildings, and it's about 168,000 square feet of space. So, you know, when you think of a museum, especially hip-hop, you need a big space.
I mean, Universal Hip Hop Museum means to me it's somebody giving recognition to our culture that started, you know, in the hood, urban kids trying to find something to do to escape the reality of not having anything to do. For a museum to, you know, represent the culture and make it where people could come and recognize and see what it's really all about and where it started from, and in the BX is a beautiful thing, man, and I appreciate them for doing that.
Change what your mama gave ya. Change what your mama gave ya. Say it. Change what your mama gave ya. Say it. Change what your mama gave ya. Well, we have the Grandmaster Melle Mel in the place right now, Bronx. I want y'all to make some noise so they hear y'all in Staten Island right now. Grand Wizard Theater, Melle Mel. Let's go, baby. So she can tell a story to the girls back home. She went to the city and got some beauty. She had to get a picture, couldn't make it. Come on, don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head.
Melle Mel right here at the launching of the Universal Hip Hop Museum, and it means a whole lot to have this there so that we can separate the difference between music and art, because see, a lot of people can make records and be a part of the industry, but this is bigger than the industry. This is going to be the thing that helps make hip-hop live forever and to take it to the next level. Like I said, it's the difference between music and art is going to be controlled by the masters, and we're going to control the art because we are the masters, and that's why we're doing this here, Universal Hip Hop Museum, and it's going to be a great thing for hip-hop and a great thing for the Bronx as well.
You go by the one and only Ice-T. Who's on Law and Order? And guess what? He's been down with Zulu Nation for 32 years. Ching-ching. Long time. Ching-ching. Africa Bell Bada said, let y'all know. He's been down with the Universal Zulu Nation for 32 years. Today he's here because he cares just as much about this hip-hop museum as we do. Ice-T is in the building.
Why the museum's important because it deals with the culture and the history of a people. The people that's of the great Bronx, the indigenous people. All of us so-called black and Latino, which is all one family. It deals with our story, our history, and there's not no mystery. So this is why we should have a hip-hop museum in the Bronx, so it can be recognized for all the hip-hop people who did something for hip-hop all over this great planet that we call Earth.
Yeah, we're going to cut it off. Thank you, sir. That's your shirt. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the Universal Hip Hop Museum. And that's what we're doing here, all right? Please help donate. This is all about us doing it, because if we don't do it, it'll end up in Ohio somewhere. We want to make sure that it stays in the Bronx. Thank you so much.
This is legendary. We're here at the Universal Hip Hop Museum. National. Right here. So legendary meaning people that contribute to the cause and lay a foundation down for others to come follow. This is one of them.
This museum will be open to open doors for many others and to respect everything we put into this culture.
If y'all ready for my man, Mr. Kurtis Blow, make some noise up in here, BX, baby. Let's do it. Oh, wait, come on. Put a wiggle, double wiggle, AEO behind. Twice and lots and I'm skating on ice. I'm on my day first. Should name me the baddest MC on earth, y'all. To the beat that makes you freak or free. Or get out your seat, just freak to the beat. To whether it's cool, just create to me. And just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Do it. Do it.
Universal Hip Hop Museum means everything to me, you know what I'm saying? I was born and raised right here in the South Bronx. I grew up listening to everybody from Run-D.M.C. and Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, watching movies like Wild Style. I basically am the hip hop culture, writing graffiti out here, break dancing. Hip hop is here, and we will always be here. Like Harris once said, we ain't going nowhere. Peace and love.
Universal Hip Hop Museum. We're at the big party. Over from London for this. Here to see some legends. Pick up the Bronx. Bring on the museum.
I want y'all to make some noise for the Soul Sonic Force! Shocking, rocking, everybody say rocking, don't stop it! Rocking, don't stop it! Mr. Big! Sing Mr. Big! Let's say wow, wow! The G-L-O-B-E, G-L-O-B-E, the Soul Sonic Force!
The reason why I think the Universal Hip Hop Museum should be in the Bronx because everything else big is in the Bronx. We got Yankee Stadium, we got the Bronx Zoo, we got the Botanical Garden. The only thing left, we need a museum to represent hip hop, where it all started from.
Love, peace, unity, and having fun. This is how we used to do it back in the days.
This hip hop museum is much needed for generations to come. You know, when we pass on the deceased, we want to leave something for our legacy, for our next generation, to something to pick up on. Let them know what they great-great-uncle, great-great-grandfathers and stuff did before them. We have a mad legacy we want to leave, and the best way to cultivate it is in this museum.
It means everything. It's capturing our history and our culture and setting it in a place where everyone in the world can see before their eyes. It should be in the Bronx, and that's where it's going to be. And we need to definitely protect and nurture our history. It's very important that we do this, because our history, you can never know where you're going unless you know where you've been. So support this museum, the Universal Hip Hop Museum. I'm Kurtis Blow, and I support it 150%. Peace.